This is God revealing 10 times adult breastfeeding for men? God? God. Hold on, somebody is calling. Go here, hang up. Who is, I don't know who is calling here. Let us see, hold on. This deep wisdom. Allah, brother. Let us call Zakir naik. Taradan, taradan. Taradan, taradan. Taradan, taradan. Taradan, taradan. Taradan, taradan. Taradan, taradan. Assalamu alaikum. Christian Prince, please, for the God, for the sake of Allah, leave me alone. I told you 1,000,000 times, don't call me after middle of the night. First of all, I might be having sexual intercourse with my wife now. Secondly, this is sexual harassment. Number 3, I have no answer for you. Brother, but we have a question here about this verse in chapter 66, verse number 3. I mean, what the prophet, he told his wife a secret, and then the secret is spread around, and the secret became very well known, and then Allah told him about it, and then Allah, he made him know part of it and avoid the part. What is that part? Okay, I will tell you. First of all, don't ever listen to Christian Prince. He always, first of all, show me your faith. Show me your faith, I will give you the answer. Dr. Zakir Naik, the people want to know. It's not forget about Christian Prince. I cannot forget about seeing your face. I am sure you had in your face because of a very good reason. Okay, Zakir Naik, maybe I don't look good, man, like you know. You look good, I don't look good. Why I want to show my face? I know it. I know it. I am sexy and I know it. Thank you very much.
Medical science tells us, you eat pigs, you behave like pigs.
What a crazy religion. This is a crazy. This is a crazy, stupid religion. Zakir Naik is jumping, he's sexy and you know it. So they have a sexy prophet. He's very sexy, by the way. I mean, nobody have sexy prophet like Muslims. And he's so white. He's so white because you cannot be sexy unless you are white. You know? Unbelievable. He's sexy and you know it. When they try to describe their prophet, they speak about how white he is. Let us find description of Muhammad. And now I will make you all cry, because you will see how much it is touching. The prophet, brother, he was so good looking.
وَأَبْهَاهُمْ مِنْ بَعِيدٍ, from afar, the most striking and outstanding in appearance. وَأَحْسَنُهُمْ وَأَجْمَلُهُمْ مِنْ قَرِيبٍ, and when he came near, the best of them and the most handsome of them in closeness.
That's Muhammad.
حُلْوُ الْمَنْطِقِ. So
just let us go to the funny part, which is the most, all of it is funny and stupid. But here you will cry. You will see how you will cry. You know, seeing the Prophet Muhammad at night is not like seeing him in daytime. Because then you will see something different.
Allah. Anas ibn Malik says, he says, I came out one night, I came out one night, it was the full moon night.
Yeah, full moon, huh? Look at the emotion. The guy, he cannot even talk. Look at the emotion. He's out of words.
It's a lot of emotion involved here, brother.
And
Yeah.
I looked
Yeah.
at the moon, and in the desert, understand, the moon is an awesome sight.
Yeah.
It is smooth. It is radiant.
Yeah.
It is clear. It is gentle
Really?
compared to the scorching sun
Absolutely.
that they're used to. So the moon was the epitome of beauty. So he says, I came out at a full moon
Yeah.
night, and I looked at the moon,
Yeah.
and I saw it beautiful, handsome. So I said, let me go see if the moon is more handsome or my prophet is more.
Look at the challenge now. Look at the challenge. I want to see now who is more sexy. Who is more white? The Prophet of Allah or the moon? Focus with me. You are walking down street, la 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 la. Then suddenly you see the Prophet Muhammad himself at night. Radiation is coming out. Here's the moon. It's a full moon. And now we have full Muhammad. Now, listen, full Muhammad is not like half Muhammad. There's a huge difference. And the guy now, he said, let us look at the moon and let us look at the Prophet and make a compare between them.
More handsome. Let me see if that is more beautiful or the prophet is more beautiful.
Are you kidding me? Do even the moon even think to join the competition? We should kill the moon. The moon, he dare? No way.
Beautiful. So I went and I saw him standing afar.
Brother, who was standing afar? The Prophet or the moon? And where are you looking in there? You are looking there where exactly? I mean, who's standing afar? Look at the act, man. This guy is an actor. Look, he's looking like, he's looking. Who's there, the Prophet or the moon? And look, the Muslim, they put behind him the moon. Do you see the moon? True moon. True Prophet is there. True moon is there. Just look. Okay, and what happened next?
So I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, and I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon. I looked at the moon, and I looked at his face. I looked at the moon, and I looked at the moon, and I looked at the moon, and I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, and I and I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, 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 and I looked at his face, and I looked.
I'm going to keep you doing this for the coming century until your neck is broken. And they say to us, they don't worship Muhammad. They describe his belly bump. They describe how beautiful his chest, how beautiful his underarm, how white it is. You know, I mean, I look at the moon, I look at his face, I look at the moon, I look at his face. Look. We have here, because I know many of you are slow. Here is the face. Here is the moon. And this is why the guy, he keep moving his head between them. You look at the moon, you look at the face. You look at the moon, you look at the face. You look at the moon, you look at the face. And who is going to win? You tell me. Do you think really the moon even have a chance? Looking at the Prophet and looking at the moon.
Standing afar. So I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, and I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, and I looked at his face, and I looked at the moon, and he said, Wallahi, he was more handsome than the moon in its entirety.
I'm so glad that the story doesn't say, I look at the moon, I look at his ass, I look at the moon, I look at his ass, and wallahi, his ass is more handsome than the moon. May Allah ask you, what a stupid cult. A man-made religion worshipping a man, replacing him by God. There's no way I'm going to accept someone trying to convince me to believe in him by promising me I will have endless penis. First, I don't like it so big. Secondly, I am worried about the storage. Number 3, I'm worried about getting ticket. Number 4, if my penis arrived to China, the Chinese, they eat anything. You name it. Even a turtle, they will eat it. All what they will see is coming in their country along huge sausages. They will make it a barbecue. Ants will eat it. Spiders will make a house around it. American, they will use it as a pipeline. The owner of Tesla, he will use it as a computer hub, a cable. Michael Jackson will dance on it. All this harassment for what? To have an endless penis. What I will do with it? Endless penis? And what make it more horrible if your penis go all the way to India? Those people, they love a lot of spice. This is God promised endless penis? Talking about the hot dogs, first time I went to a church in USA, first time ever. I went to a church and there's a guy, he's a nice guy, you know. He took me to the church, introduced me to them. And then after the church, he said, aren't you hungry? I said, yeah. He said, okay, let us eat hot dogs. I was like, what? I said, what you want to eat? He said, hot dogs. It's very tasty. So what the heck? Those are Christians eating hot dogs? What? So, you know, and then I said, you know what? I am not really hungry, you know. He said, what happened? You said to me a second ago you are hungry. I said, no, no, it's okay. I will eat later. He said, no, no, it's really good. It's tasty. Take a bite. Let us go. I said, no, listen. Okay, you know what? I am going to go home. I don't want to eat now. He insists you need to eat hot dogs. Like, what's wrong with this guy? I want to get rid of him. I don't want to eat dogs. Like, I eat a squirrel. Not dogs. Brothers and sisters. You will have an endless penis, and your vagina will be endless too. Imagine if you have an endless vagina and you work with the cartel of Colombia or Afghanistan. They can put a lot of drugs there. They can use it as a warehouse, endless warehouse. Because endless vagina too. Unbelievable. I don't know how many of you is convinced already that Islam is a religion in any way, in any mean. If you are convinced, well, good luck with your penis. However, as you see, we showed the Muhammadan that his prophet, he has a horrible penis. And then Allah, he sent him a dish of shish kebab. He ate it, and he got the power of 40 men. I'm not sure how Muhammad he managed to measure that his penis have the power of 40. Maybe Muslim can help in the comment section. Did Muhammad have a competition after he ate the shish kebab? According to Muslims, Muhammad, he used to his wife, excuse my language, we are speaking about Islam. He used to F all his wives in one night. And then after he F them all, he take a wash at the end. Anas said, listen carefully, Anas said, the Prophet used to have intercourse with his wives with only a single washing. They are not single. It's not as he don't have a single wife. He have many wives. Translation here is not accurate, really. So Muhammad, he used to F all his wives, and at the end he wash. Here we ask ourselves the question, how the companions, they knew those information. Obviously, Muhammad, he used to go around like a straight person, only straight people. He would talk about this, about what they did with their wife. They go around and they speak about how good their effing is. What kind of a prophet he go around telling the people around him that he just effed all his wives? And after effing all those wives, Muhammad, he cannot have kids. And then we find that Muhammad is a big fat liar. He did not even F any of them. And we have a proof. A woman, she came to Muhammad and she is asking him, because he is a sex shrink. When a woman, she have masturbation, she masturbate, she touch herself, excuse my language, and she have a liquid in her vagina, shall she wash? The Prophet said, sure, yes, she should wash. Salama, there's two women here in the story, Salim and Salama. Salama is the wife of Muhammad. Salim is the whore. She is coming to ask if she should wash her vagina. And this woman later, she offered herself to the Prophet to F her too. And according to the Muhammadan, she is his auntie too. She's relative. So the Prophet, he said, yes, when she sees sign of liquid, Salama then covered her face and she said, huh. Look at the first translation here. It says, does the woman, she have a sexual dream? This is not what she's saying. Does the woman have orgasm? You change the translator, you will find different story. The wife, she's asking him, do women have orgasm? Do women have a discharge? Does really this happen? Discharge? We just changed the same website. Salim asked the Messenger of Allah about a woman who has seen a dream, something like which a man he sees, according to Muslim translation. The Messenger of Allah said, if she sees that and has discharge, then let her perform bath. Salama, she said, oh, Messenger of Allah, does that really happen? Which means she'd have had discharge. So Muhammad, he could not ever make his wife have discharge. And then you ask yourself, the one who is having sex with all his wives in one night, what he was doing exactly? He was having sex or he was tickling them? The wife of Muhammad, she never heard of a woman she have discharge. Never. Do you see how good Muhammad in the bedroom? His wife, she is asking like, what the heck? Do women really, do this really happen? And then Muhammad, because he's a genius, Allah informed me, he said, sure, sure. Otherwise, how the child look like his parents? Brother, didn't Muhammad had kids and died? No, my friend. This is what the Muslims say. But Muhammad never have children. Even the Quran says that Muhammad was never the father of any of your men. Chapter 33, verse number 40. And this is why Muhammad, he was speaking too much about sex and how good he is in sex. And he mentioned that he was the most weak person between mankind, and then he invoked Allah. And the reason he come with this, like why he is saying he was the most weak person, because his wives already screwed his reputation. Obviously they talk. So Muhammad want to fix it. He says, oh, this is old days. Now I'm better. I invoke Allah. He sent me a dish of shish kebab. I ate it. I got the power of 40 men. All right. Now I have to say, excuse me, guys. I'm going to eat shish kebab today. I don't want to mention why, but I think you understand the situation. Not only he imagined he done a thing, it's not true. He imagined he had intercourse. Boom, 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 boom. Look what the prophet wife, she said. We should ask Ali Dawa to come and read this one. This is not the Kral Dawa. This is the guy from Indonesia. Campaigns. I challenge you to debate me and refute those issues. I will give you 5 BMW. Hey, Abdul, the one who is dead right now. I give you 5 fingers if you believe in this. Not only one. The Prophet continue for such a such period, imagining that he had slept between 2 brackets, had sexual intercourse with his wife. In fact, he did not. So now you tell me, who deserved the 5 fingers? Not the 5 BMW. What an idiot. This guy, even his sex is fake. Even his sex is imaginary. What is left? That is a good question.